I'm Joe Koenig. I'm a certified fraud examiner. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting and a master's in public administration. My history is financial investigations. Much of my work involved famous cases. One of those cases was the Harvey Leach case, a case that involved a company called Joshua Door.
You've got an uncle in the furniture business, Joshua Door, Joshua Door.
Harvey Leach was the chairman of Joshua Door, and this company erupted on the business scene back in 1974. We were called out to assist Southfield Police. At that time I was with the Michigan State Police on a case that where Harvey Leach was reported missing, and his car was found abandoned in Southfield. And I remember when they opened the trunk, looking in on the trunk, and Harvey Leach, the chairman of the board of Joshua Door, was there in the trunk with his head almost completely severed. On July 30th, 1975, I was sent out as the lead investigator for the state police to assist Bloomfield Township on the James R. Hoffa case. Jimmy Hoffa was reported as missing on July 30th. He was scheduled to meet Anthony, Tony, Jack alone, at the Marcus Red Fox in the Detroit area. And Hoffa never made that meeting. It eventually led to the decimation of the Detroit Mafia because of the interest that case generated through the media. What kind of gets me to the point where I'm writing this book about getting the truth. Because the truth can surface through many different ways, but it's a very, very difficult process. You learn how to sense what's going on around you. I remember one case in particular when I was working for a bank. There was a teller suspected of embezzling money. As I led her into the conference room, before I even said a word, she let out a big sigh. And it was that recognition of that release of tension that told me that not only did she do it, but I was going to get a confession. You have to learn how to help people tell the truth, because all people want to tell the truth. And I talk about structuring, forming, and actually sculpting your questions so that you can ask the question in the right way to allow someone to tell the truth. Let's say you're at a social gathering, and to break the ice, you ask the question, do you have any children? Well, if you think about that question, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be safe with it. But let's say the 10th time you ask that question of a person who just lost a child. You've shut yourself out of any further conversation. An often used question in sales is, may I help you? Poor question. The word help is offensive to many people. It assumes that they know how you can help them. A better structured question may be, what brings you here today? Thank you for coming. Let's say your child is late, coming home, 2 hours late, and you ask the question, why are you late? It's not specific enough. They can say anything. They could say where they were legitimately prior to what actually caused them to be late. Sculpt your question. Keep making it smaller, simpler. The fewer words, the better. Think of it as a bullet. You want to make that bullet as small and as compact and as powerful as you can possibly make it. In the O.J. Simpson case, many of the questions that were asked during that interview of O.J. Simpson the day after the homicides occurred could have been misinterpreted or manipulated and were manipulated by O.J. to his benefit to give answers that were partial truths. Like the questions of the Los Angeles PD of O.J. Simpson on June 13th, 1994, the day after the murders of Nicole Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Van Adder, yeah, when was the last time you saw Nicole? That question is actually a very well-worded question. Last is an excellent word, and the last requires a precise response. There's only one last time When did you last see Nicole? That question uses fewer words, 6 instead of 8, is slimmer, sharper, and more compact. OJ's response to the question, when was the last time you saw Nicole, was, we were leaving a dance recital. She took off and I was talking to her parents. OJ responds to this very specific time request by saying we were leaving, which is not time specific. A response of we left would be much more responsive. Also note that Van Adder asked for the last time, not the last place. Instead of a time, OJ responds with a dance recital, which isn't a time. So, what's this all about? It's really about KMI investigations, where my motto is, we find facts to help you make better decisions. We work with lawyers, accountants, auditors, business owners, small or large. It doesn't matter. What you need are the facts. It makes you more efficient and more effective in your effort to make better decisions. Remember, the decisions you make will ultimately affect your bottom line.
When I'm in my business, if we don't get the right information and the right truth of what they want, that makes me either drive around more, my clients aren't happy, but I need to know the truth from them. That's what I think what really caught me with the book was to help me find the right fit for what my clients want.
When I've hired Joe Koenig in the past to do background checks on people, we had people that we were just absolutely in love with hiring. And in most cases, he validated our choices. In one case, however, his ability to listen for the truth led him on a path that found out that this individual had an alias in another state and had been convicted of a number of substance abuse crimes and even had ripped off a drug dealer.
As a CPA, I try to work efficiently. And one of the things I've found in over 30 years of experience, that if I can get to the bottom of things quickly, I can work very efficiently for my client and myself. Part of what has helped me in this process in getting the truth is using Joe's book, Getting the Truth. What surprised me most about Joe's book was that there actually is a way to get to the truth.